Greetings, fellow Fablings, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Fabledom Episode 4, Courting Agnes.
Alright, what do you guys want me to do next? I can add industries, like I said, sawmills, stonemasonry, that kind of stuff is going to be required in order to get to the next tier of towns. But I can take my time with it, it's not urgent or anything like that. I can also buy territory. So the adjacent territories offered to me, one has an abandoned graveyard, one has ruins and a pig herd, another has just trees. This one has ruins as well. Yeah, so like graveyard, pig herd, and ruins, or allowing for the town to expand a little bit better. Those are the options. And I'm not gonna... Actually, what can I afford to close? I need to stay above 60. I can afford to close my inn, I guess, to stay above that 60 mark. I don't know why it's... there it goes. It's 70. So, yeah, let's close this down. Well, that only gives me 5 coin. That's not really enough to bother. The Merchant Guild would give me more, but I already have a messenger... Or the... Not Merchant. The Messenger's Guild would give me more coin, but I already have a messenger deployed, so that's not going to save me any money. And then the bakery and the windmill, for the added efficiency of the food that it provides, does require a considerable upkeep. 15 more gold. So everything is just upkeep, upkeep, upkeep. And you have to make sure not to add so many services and buildings that you can't afford to actually pay the people. Because they won't work for free. And 1 day remaining for that messenger to Dawsite. Do a little flirting up there. Don't tell my wife about those DMs. Oh boy. I might need to close down some of the lumber camps because my stockpiles are like filling up. So the message was successfully delivered to her, but we're not yet friends. So I have to wait another 13 days to do it again, and I'll probably want to do it with grain next time. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close my bakery. It's going to upset some people, but my happiness is still going to be above the threshold required to recruit everybody possible. And that's going to allow me to stockpile up grain to gift it to Agnes for extra rep. And you guys voted for me to invest in industries, so I will start that. So I'll put the stonemason... maybe here. Fix this twisted road. Leave Bob Barkskin's roots alone. I'm with Bob. Glad you guys chose not to cut him down. He's a pretty tree. The other issue I have is I have a lot of unemployed people. I have 5, and I don't really have anything for them to do. I could, like, put extra people in the stockpile and the granaries, just to, like, I don't know, have them earn their keep. But functionally, there really isn't much work at the moment, because I'm just running lean and efficient. So all the workplaces other than the bakery are now filled. Oh, we have a world event. Prince Yoda, how could we possibly call ourselves the Food Lovers Club when we don't even have bread to accompany our meals? Quite frankly, we find it outrageous. We need bread for our meetings, or our village might fall apart. Fabling Food Lovers Club. I can deliver fresh bread with a 30-day deadline, and it will reward me with nobility. I can tell them no. So, do we give bread to the club? What do you guys think? Give you a minute to think on it. The mill should be closed. Yeah, you're right. The mill should be closed if I want the grain. Luckily, the grain is outpacing the flour. Or rather, you know, I'm harvesting more than I'm... In fact, let's reopen the bakery. I've closed the wrong thing. The mill can stop, but the bakery can keep going. And I need one more house. So we're just about, unless I buy the Southwest Territory, there's only like maybe 3 more spots for additional housing. I will preface with, that's about all the housing we will require anyway. I'm not going to require more houses beyond roughly a population of like just shy of, like, let's say 65 or so. So I don't actually need to buy the Southwest Territory to accommodate more homesteads. Yes, we give the bread. Of course. So the goal right now is to produce 10 bread in 30 days. And I do have flour and a bakery running, so that should be fine. I might need to start the windmill again, just to make sure that the quest gets done. Alright, one more day, I'll be able to contact her again. So I am going to give her 50 grain. Very generous, because I had 56. But the wheat fields are still getting harvested and are fairly productive, so I'm not too worried about running out. And we've already produced half the bread we need in 5 days. We have 25 remaining, so I should hit that goal no problem. In 6 days, we'll have that bread delivered. And then the other thing that I could do is buy another territory or save up to buy another territory. What territory to buy? Northwest with Graveyard and Giant Plateau. North with... what does the north have? Pigs in a Ruin? Or southwest. Near the town center. One more person and we become a small town. I think just to make the population perfect, I'm going to... No, never mind. I was going to fire some people to close down the inn, but I think it's fine. It does mean that we need some additional homes, though. Yep. Who knew people want houses? Okay, there we go. Supplied the bread, got the nobility. Agnes received the message, and now we are friends. So I can start courting her, and that costs 100 grain. So as you can imagine, closing the windmill seems sensible. Also, I would say it is the first of fall, but like we're probably going to want like more grain than just what is coming out of one farm. Agnes is the harvest princess, so needless to say, she's going to demand a lot of crop from us. We're going to have to give her a lot of crop. That sounds dirty. But yeah, let's get another farm going because I do have 3 unemployed people, so it wouldn't be terrible to have a giant surplus of grain. Anyway. The bakery does not cover the last house. No, it doesn't. You're right. I would have to buy the Southwest Territory or build a house here, which is not exactly going to fit. Or move the bakery. You know what? I could move the bakery. Yeah, I'll go ahead and move the bakery, maybe. Down 1 unit. You get refunded for destroyed stuff, so it's fine. So I'll build some additional housing for the people that are going to be displaced due to eminent domain. And move the bakery once I'm done. I highly doubt these guys are going to be able to get any wheat from this field before season's end, but you never know. I'm just going to admit 1. No, I'll do both. Okay, new population milestone has reached. You can now call ourselves a small town. We'll have to pay 65 coin to the family fund. It does unlock a commoner class of Fabling. So commoners live in townhouses, pay more taxes, and can perform more complex jobs, but also require more to remain happy. I receive a giant surplus of immediate coin, which will allow me to annex territory, and it unlocks a condominium, a townhouse, a town hall, a shop rather, a well, sewer drain, and cobblestone roads. So, territory. I'm going to call this early. We're buying just to the north. And now I'm broke. Fergus, would you be so kind as to check out that ruin? And this also gives us access to the pigs with wings. So I'll explain condominiums once I have a little bit more resources to do so. Ruins discovered. While searching through ruins of the house, you find many relics from the past. Underwear, perhaps worn by a great wizard. Or how about the floral teapot, surely used to brew ancient potions. On second hand, perhaps they're just regular items. These schematics look useful enough. So, a wooden flower pot, cosmetic reward. And here it is if we want to build it. Let's displace some people. So in order for the bakery to cover all the housing, I'm going to move it here. And it does leave a little bit of area here that we can decorate. See to keep. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. Oh, another world event. We love our homes, but the area we live in could use some love. We're hoping you could help us create an area that would really impress our neighbors. So it's asking for me to increase the attractiveness of homes. Should I agree to make the area more pleasing? Little hint, I think just simply building the bakery will do, but I'll have you vote anyway. Because why not? I almost have enough grain to court Agnes. Oh, there we go. Now I have enough. I think it's not been stored properly. I just have to wait for it to be put in the granaries. There we go. Are you sure you want to start courting this ruler? If you're currently courting someone else, you will lose progress and damage the relationship. Yes, I'm sure. So, now I have to wait 12 days for her reply. Snail mail, man. It's slow. And I'll turn the windmill back on to start processing the grain into flour, because we are just about out of flour, so the bakery won't be able to make anything until it's up and running. Commoners are now available. So I don't have anywhere for the commoners to stay. I don't have any condominiums for them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get 66 peasants and then cap it out at 66. And you guys say, yes, people pleaser. So raise the desirability of 3 homes to 15. And I have 30 days to do that. Or 40 days to do that. All right. The other way to do this would just be to have a street theater amenity. And toss a street theater in. Oh, no. The bakery did it, like I thought. Done. Well, that was easy for some freebie nobility, if you ask me. However, I am going to change my mind a little bit about this, so I'm going to close it and actually reverse it. I know, right? I'm just so indecisive. But what I want to do here is I want to put a road in here instead of here. And then actually put a granary right next to the bakery. Which is going to allow me to, like, improve the efficiency of making bread. Whoa, City Keep, thank you for the bits, too. I'm very happy my videos can be a godsend for you on YouTube. What's your favorite series that you're watching right now? Once I'm done courting Agnes, I'll have you guys decide between continuing with the Agnes quest or doing the Townscaper, building the first condominium. Ah, you like the first Wendigo or one of the older Wendigo series? I've got so many. It also looks like some of the stone lots are, the stockpiles rather, are filling up. But we can have them be more space efficient because it takes 2 wood to make a plank and 2 stone to make stone bricks. So making sawmills and making stone cutters or stone masoners will allow us to reduce the space that we have committed. The other thing I have to make sure is that these buildings don't overlap with the homesteads, because I don't want the homesteads to be, like, ugly. So I could put my industry right behind Bob, because I'm sure he minds. Banless, you like the original Kenshi vids? Oh man, I'll get back to that someday. What I need to do is I need to write up like a blog post on my Patreon or something like that about the plans for it, because they're still technically in motion. All right, in order to phase out like an old granary, like this one, what I need to do is I need to empty storage, because if you just delete the granary outright, what will end up happening is the food will just disappear. It will just get poofed, and it sucks. So make sure to empty it out first. The same applies to, of course, stockpiles. If you're trying to phase out an old stockpile, you have to empty it out first, or you'll destroy the loot. So I can do one of two things. What to do next? Go on a first date with Agnes, or alternatively, build a condo. Very strange choices out of context, but there you have it. And here's the letter from Agnes. Dear Yoda, that's you, buddy. My morning dew. Thank you for your wonderful gift. It takes a caring prince to nurture such wonderful produce. I admire that. So there's a new tab here in construction for courting, and it's a flower farm. The flower farm costs wood planks to build and employs up to 2 peasants, and it gathers tulips for no other purpose than to make Agnes happy. Yep. The princess demands flowers. Flowers shall be supplied. Or something like that. Okay, this granary's storages are empty, so boom, it's gone. The thinking here, if you're wondering, is... Nope, that's not going to help me at all. Well, no, it could. But I don't have space for the... Okay, I am going to temporarily homeless people. Or make them homeless. Because I can put a house now here. Oh, no, I really can't, actually. Let's put this back. Sorry, I know you're cold. I'll prioritize it. So we just have like a missing gap up there. That's fine. I'll fill it in with something pretty. Like a big tree with a table and a campfire and an arrow that points at the camp. I don't know. And an outhouse. Nothing like it smelling poopy. Wonderful. Cheers. All right, first date with Agnes. Let's do it. Let's get the flower farm up. Hey, Bob. You want, like, a bunch of flowers planted around you? I hope you say yes, because you have no choice. I don't have 300 coin, though. So, let's scale down my enterprise. I don't need to be the Netherlands. I just need enough tulips to make her happy. And I've admitted my 66th peasant, and that's probably all the peasant's going to admit. I don't think I need more than that. Because I won't have reasonable things to employ them to do. We've kind of hit maximum. I'm going to make sure that all the people are working. So I do have space in the Messenger's Guild, but I don't need to fill it. And then put someone back in the bakery. I like this little town hall design. Looks cute. Beggars. You know, I'm just going to say yes. I figure you guys are going to agree to it. I can easily afford it. In fact, my granaries are overflowing, so it's no problem at all. And here's the new outhouse, green vine tree, tables, little park thing. So in order to make Agnes happy, I need to plant 40 tulip crops and then harvest. So kind of my goal is going to be monopolized in this task for a bit. I have 37 to the 40. We're getting close. But I'll also make this my priority construction so that we can get the flower farm up and running as soon as winter is over and we can start planting them. The added stonemason and the added sawmills is for materials that I'm going to need for the condominium. The other thing I could do, now that I don't really have need for Messenger's Guild or the inn, is just close it down, save myself some gold, and then open it back up once I want immigration again. they're still, I mean, they're 55 happiness. It's good enough. I can't help but to be a min-maxer at times. So we got all the tulip crops. We need 5 more planks to build the farm, and then to harvest 100 tulips, which is doable in one or in, 1 year's worth of season. So here we go. I didn't get the flower farm quite ready in time. I think what I'll do, just to jumpstart it, is actually blow up my stonemason, returning material, planks specifically, so that I can use them to build the flower farm faster, and then put the stonemason back once. It's expensive to do it that way, but, whatever. Oh, I take that back. Materials will be lost. I didn't read that. Coins get refunded, but materials go poof. That didn't help me at all. Getting the farmers working in there. And soon we'll have tulips for Agnes. So at this point, what do you want me to do next? I can build condos or buy territory. So I was originally thinking of building my condos up here on this hill to look down on everyone. But I could also nest it down yonder in this area. The TLDR is that your condo, or I can even put them way up north, up here in the northern forest. Your condos should not be close to your commoners or your peasants, your homesteads. They don't want to be. They do benefit from buildings like bakery, inn, messengers guild, that kind of stuff. But they don't want to be adjacent to the homesteads at all. So it's a little tricky, where essentially you need 2 town centers. You need one for your commoner, one for your peasants, and one for your commoners. And I suspect, not that it's added to the game yet, but I suspect your castle area for your nobility will be the same. That you will require them to be separated from your commoners and your peasantry. So all that I have left for Agnes to do right now is to gift tulips. But I will not be able to recourt Giovanni or Winifred. Because I've started with Agnes. The game warns you about that. I could also, I suppose, make condos near, like, the lakefront. That'd be pretty. Either or. Looks like you guys want me to buy territory, so maybe I'll try to make the condos in the newly acquired territory. Let's wrap that up. What territory to buy? So the territory choices are the Northwest Hill with the abandoned graveyard. I could then also buy the Southwest Forest. I suppose I could... what else is out there? I could go super far north. That has a pig herd and graveyard. But I think I'm just going to leave it between those 2 choices, as they make the most sense. They'll help to make the kingdom... Sorry, not empire. I'm not there yet. To make the kingdom more rectangular. Because right now, the ones I own are like a plus or whatever. It's like Tetris. So, pick between those 2. Give you a minute to vote. And I'll probably end up building the condos in those spots. And I need 400 gold to do it, so next tax collection, I'll be able to afford it. Fabelings in need. So, here's the thing. Well, I'll have you decide on that in a second. So, northwest with the graveyard and the hill. Got it? Fergus! Let's go inspect the graveyard. And then, should we help the refugees? So here's the thing. I don't have any free housing for them. So I either need to pay them coin or offer nobility. But either or, they're going to need a house to live in. So if I was to help them, I would need to build a house. There's no penalty for me not helping them. But they would have to live outside of, like, the Wells radius. Because there's... there's really nowhere to put another house in this configuration without buying the Southwest Territory. And the abandoned graveyard, I'm going to let you decide this as well. So that's going to be pending for after this decision. No, the masonry's done. There goes my tax money. One thing I really like is that they, the tulips they have like colored rows, depending on how you, regardless of how you plant them, they'll end up like that. It's really neat. Does this game have war and battles and stuff like that? It will. Not really yet. There are features that are in development, as you can see. A feature available later in development for spying and warring and stuff like that. There is some combat, but not like war just yet. So, decline request. So for the graveyard, I have some options here. Broken graves, cobwebs, and creepy statues. This place looks abandoned. At its center stands a half-ruined structure. Inside, a small bowl filled with some items. Could this be how they used to honor the dead? So I can either loot it or gift coin to it. Either way, I'm getting some sort of decoration for my my kingdom. You get to decide that as well. So wheat production is pretty awesome. We're maybe outpacing our ability to mill it. And I'm going to start construction of a condominium after we decide this here. The start of a condominium costs 100 gold, so I'm not going to use up the gold in case you want me to honor the dead. And it looks like we are, so I'll save up the gold for honoring the dead. Days. Imagine working at a completely full granary where you don't have to do anything all day long. Sounds nice. Alright, we honored the dead. The lingering souls of the graveyard have finally been put to rest. Inside this center structure lays a dusty old schematic, barely readable, for a lighthouse, used to notify overindulging sailors of land. So that's a new decoration here. I can't afford it, but you place it, on water, which... Oh, I'm not landlocked, so yeah, that could be useful. We've got 30 of the tulips. Once I have 100 of the tulips, I'll open up the Messengers Guild again and deliver them. But until then, I'm just going to save all of my resources for all my coin as much as I can, reducing the need for upkeep. Scoping out what there is a little further out yonder. So there's another southern ocean or something. And this is what I was saying really early on in the stream. If you take a look at the world map, I am in Vatara, so it vaguely kind of resembles, but like not really, the landmass that I'm in, right? This doesn't look like that land at all. It just has a similar amount of hills and forests. And I guess oceans, because you can be a landlocked nation if you random enough. So here's the lighthouse if I wanted to place it, where you... Oops. You place it like that, out on the water. I'd probably want to put it out here where it's closer to the ocean. But it does nothing and it costs a lot, so I'm going to hold off on that. We're up to 44 flowers. We're about halfway through summer. Hoping to get to 100 by the end of the year. And in one day we'll have the money to start our condominium. And I'm going to be doing that up here on the hill. Thank you for tuning in to Fabledom, which originally streamed live on Twitch June 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream of another game. Farewell, my fellow Fablings,